Welcome to the Power of Visualization Masterclass. So today we are going to be learning the technique of visualization and applying it to your goals, your dreams, your mindset, all of it. Before we begin, however, I want you to close down any notifications, put away distractions, close your emails. Like for the next 40-ish minutes, let's be completely present, focused on what we're going to learn so it can be the most valuable it can. So in order to get present, let's just all take a few deep breaths together. So in a very comfortable position, just gently close your eyes. And let's take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through your mouth. Again, in through the nose. And exhale. Last breath in through the nose. And exhale. Okay. Now you can gently open your eyes and just take a second to readjust to the room, and we will begin. So, a little bit about myself. My name is Maya Raichora. I'm one of the UK's leading visualization experts and mental fitness practitioners. I'm the CEO and founder of Remap, and I'm also a TEDx speaker. Probably the biggest thing though is that I am just obsessed with anything to do with the mind, about how you can think better, feel better, and perform better. Now, I will tell you a little bit more about my story as we go on, but this session is all about you. And I want each of you to be able to leave today feeling more motivated, inspired, and ready to go out there and achieve your goals and achieve your dream. Now, in order for that to happen, I want you to ask me as many questions as you can. For this to be valuable and personal to you, ask me questions. Be like, Maya, I'm going to challenge you on this, or I hate this, I'm leaving. I don't mind what it is, but challenge me, talk to me. I want to be able to make this experience better for you. So in the chat, you can write as many questions as you want, and I will try and answer all of them throughout, but also in little periods. There is also the option to raise your hand, and then the HelpBnk team will bring you to the stage. I love it. If people can talk and they want to come on stage, I'm all for it. I don't mind that. Obviously keeping to time, and I will give the opportunity to do that. But obviously I appreciate that some people just want to write in the chat. But key thing is, shout at me, talk to me, write as many questions. That is how you are going to get the most out of it and benefit from it. So let's begin. Today is all about taking your goals to the next level. All of us have goals. We all have a vision for our life. And obviously, HelpBnk is all about helping people realize their dreams, whether that's a company you want to start, whether you are running a marathon, whether it's a new relationship, doesn't matter what it is. It can be personal, it can be professional. But as humans, we are always wanting to progress, whether that's just 1% or 10%. And the thing that is always going to stop you from achieving your goals is your mindset. Your mind dictates everything we do in life, our beliefs, our thoughts, how we think about ourselves. Your mind literally is what navigates you through life. And I want to show you today how you can take control of it. And I always say this to people, that like your mind is like a bit of a puppy. If you don't learn how to train it, it's just going to like poop everywhere basically. So we want to get control of it, and that is exactly what we are going to do today. One thing I will say, this isn't going to be your usual, mindfulness meditation workshop. This is about helping you really unleash your potential and become the person you want to be to make this happen, make your dreams happen. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is your success cycle. Now, everyone has this. Everyone, the way we operate, our minds, our bodies, what we do in our life is all determined by our success cycle. Now, I'm going to start where you can see the word belief. So we all have beliefs in our lives, right? Let's say, for example, I'm not very good at maths. Now, this belief is going to affect my potential. So if I believe I'm not very good at maths, when I walk into that classroom, for example, I'm not going to really think I'm going to do well, probably won't really try hard. I will have very low potential. Then when it comes to actions, so actually doing the homework or listening in class or being able to put my hand up and saying something, I won't do it because I, again, don't believe in it. I have low potential, so I won't act. And therefore, when it comes to the exam, I won't get the results that I actually want. And this will then instill the belief again that I'm not very good at maths. And this just goes round and round and round. Now, think of it with a different scenario. When I speak to people, some of the most prominent beliefs that we have about ourselves is that we're not good enough, or she's smarter than someone else, or I'm always going to fail. I'm never going to find someone. These beliefs just dictate our minds, and they become so consuming for us that think about what that does to our potential, how we act, the results we're getting. We, of course, won't get that. But now it goes the opposite way. We can change this cycle so it's positive for us, so that we can instill better beliefs, that we can really reach our potential and then act in a better way and get the results we want. Now, I have a question to you. What do you think I'm here to do today? Am I changing your beliefs, your potential, your actions, or your results? And just in the chat, write one of these words. What am I here to do today? What am I going to change for you? So just in the chat, you can write whichever word comes up. Okay, we've got beliefs from Kevin. We've got beliefs. Okay, belief. Oh, wow, everyone's on beliefs. Okay. Right, okay, everyone's on oh, we've got a potential, that's fun. Okay, truth is, I am not going to stand here and just tell you, guys, you need to believe in yourself. I can't do that. Yes, I could, but it doesn't really change anything, right? We've been in so many situations where people have said, believe in yourself, do this. And we just, we just take it, it goes out the other ear. Today, I am here to actually change the results section of this. Now, that might sound a little bit weird, like how am I going to affect your results? And this is where the power of visualization comes in. So before I explain why I'm going to be doing this, I just want to dive in slightly into what this actually looks like in the brain. So this is basically your brain. Let's focus on the left for a second. Your brain is filled with billions of neurons. You've got 80 billion neurons in your mind. And a neuron is basically when you have a thought or a feeling or an idea or an action, they fire together. And the more you have this thought, the more you have the idea, the more you see yourself failing or succeeding, whatever, it becomes a belief in your brain, and this becomes a pathway. Now, a great way to think about this is if your brain is like a city filled with a lot of different roads, and you can see on the right-hand side, this is the best way I'd say to visualize it, is that you have so many roads in your brain. And a road may be, I'm starting a business, but I'm going to fail. That might be a road. And every single day you may wake up and think, right, I'm going to fail. So you drive across this road again and again and again, and it becomes so permanent in your brain that that is now the belief that is going to dictate all your actions, your beliefs, and your results. So can we change this? Can we actually change the roads in our brain? The answer is yes. And there are two key ways to doing this. The first is you experience something new. So let's say your belief is that you are scared of dogs. You would have to experience seeing a dog, touching a dog, and being like, actually, I'm fine with it. That would create a new roadway in your brain. The second thing you can do is visualize. Now, visualization is one of the most powerful mental training techniques in the world. It is used by elite athletes from Serena Williams, Ronaldo to Michael Phelps, but your everyday person just doesn't know how to use it to their best ability or why it can help them. Now, visualization is the process of creating images, environments, and feelings in your mind before they have happened. And the reason this is so powerful is because the brain really struggles to know the difference between what is real and imagined. So just think about that literally. So if I were to give a thumbs up, certain neurons in my brain will fire. So it will basically activate one of those roadways. But if I just think about putting my thumb up, the same areas of the brain activate. So that same roadway will activate. Now, this is so cool. Like every time I say it, I'm like amazed again and again, because we can use this science and we can use this technique to then manipulate our beliefs, to change them, to improve the way we think, feel, and perform. And mostly, we can see those results in advance, so we can change those beliefs, change our potential, and act in a different way. Okay, any questions so far? I will give a little bit of a pause if anyone wants to write anything in the chat or even come up to stage, whatever feels right. I'll just wait for like 20 seconds if anyone has any questions. Is this the power of the subconscious? So visualization is a meditative practice, and when we practice it, I will show you that, because today isn't just about me telling you about it, we're actually going to do it. And what it does do, it will tap into your subconscious mind. So consciously, your beliefs are coming again and again, but actually when you can get into a meditative state and you can start changing those wirings, yes, you are basically changing your subconscious. Kevin, how important is it to feel when visualizing, and how should it feel? Great question. And I will touch on this when we go into the practice, okay? Which I'm very excited for all of you to experience. Cool. Right. I was going to ask about a book about this. Oh, okay, amazing. Well, let's get into the practice. I want you to experience it, and then we can ask a lot of these questions too. So what we're going to do, everyone knows what this is, right? It's a lemon and someone is squeezing it. I want to just show you how to do this practice very quickly before we start building up to the main one. So if everyone just wants to close their eyes for a second. And I just want you to imagine, like on that screen, that you are holding a segment of a lemon in your hand. Okay, so I just want you to feel the outer skin of it. It's cold, it's yellow, it's a bit thick. And I want you to take this lemon closer to your face. And I want you to start smelling the lemon. So you can smell that it's quite sour, very fresh. And now I want you to squeeze all the juice into your mouth, all the juice, literally squeeze all of that lemon into your mouth. And I want you to taste that sourness, taste the cold juice of this lemon. I want you to feel your saliva glands going a little bit crazy. You get that kind of like electric feeling when you're having something sour. Maybe you get goosebumps. Just squeeze all of that juice in there. Really, really taste it. Taste that sourness. Okay, now just gently open your eyes for me. Okay, again, in the chat, what kind of happened to your mind, your mouth? What was going on? So as you were imagining squeezing this lemon into your mouth, did you feel anything? What kind of happened when you were doing that? You can just write in the chat, my mouth watered. Okay, we've got some mouth watering going on. Saliva was produced. Sort of felt something. Mouth felt like it was full of water. Yep. Okay, you had nothing. That's absolutely fine. Out of interest, were you able to see the lemon? Okay, any more things that happened? Okay, got thirsty. Nice. So the thing to just remember though is, okay, so Elo, I will touch on something in a second. Yeah, Suzette, very good. So what this shows is, even though none of you were actually holding a lemon, your brain thought you were. And so the way your mind and body reacted was as if it was happening. So it really shows that connection between what we do in our imagination and what actually happens. Now, we're obviously not going to do this with fruits. So what are you going to use it for today? We need to move on. This one. Okay, so you can use visualization for multiple things. It can be for your health, well-being, your performance, your resilience, creativity, focus, your goals. Today we are going to mainly do it on your goals. But what I will say is this is kind of like where my story comes in. So I have been visualizing for over 10 years of my life now. I do it every single day for about at least half an hour, sometimes to an hour and a half. And the reason I started is because I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis when I was 15. Now, for those of you who don't know, it's an irritable bowel disease, and it's one of the most painful conditions in the world. I was going to the loo like 30, 40 times a day, and I was told I had no future because I would need 24/7 care and would be in hospital for most of my life. Now, I started learning how to visualize when I was in hospital. And the first thing I did it for was to learn how to walk again. So again, if you remember, the brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and imagined. I was training my mind and body in the process to get stronger, to see where I wanted to go. But I also then applied it to my pain, to helping me deal with my pain better, to lowering it, to lowering the inflammation in my body. And well, now I actually wouldn't be standing here today if it wasn't for it. It saved my life, and it continues to do so. Now, this isn't just for me. They use it for stroke victims, for athletes, for recovery, but also for people when it comes to finding their vision and making their goals happen. And that's when I say, when you can use it for performance. Athletes use it to mentally and physically perform their best they ever can. They use it for creativity with ideas. CEOs and founders use it to think of out of the box ideas and make them happen. When it comes to resilience and being able to focus on a challenge or be able to focus on a task. And of course, goals. If you can win something in your mind, you can win it in reality. And it's way more likely to happen because you are priming and training your brain to seek out those opportunities and create that unbeatable confidence and motivation. So today, let's think about a particular goal, project, or desire that you are working on. Now, I bring it back to the mission of HelpBnk, which is to literally help people navigate their dreams, make them happen. We're all working on these goals, these projects, no matter how big or small it is. I gave you some examples in the beginning. You could literally be training for a marathon, or you could be trying to build a whole new company. You could be quitting your job, whatever it might be. We're always working on something. Maybe it's just to feel happier and healthier and wake up feeling good about yourself. So I just want you to take a few minutes just to think about this goal or project or desire that you are working on. And when you have it, I would love you to write it in the chat. So just, what is this goal? Again, it can be tiny, it can be huge. And I appreciate this is kind of personal to people, but if you'd love to share it, it's always nice seeing what everyone else is working on. So yeah, what are some goals or projects that you are working on? And you can just write it in the chat when you are ready. Purchase a property, baking business, that sounds yum. A Lamborghini, no, I love that, that's great. Get a job I love, nice. Building, coaching business, yep, taking that next leap, love it. Starting a business, Spain, marrying a soulmate, living by the sea, I love that. I moved to Barcelona to do that. Business loan, nice. Filmmaker, a TV series I've authored, wow, that's epic. Property, so love this. This is great. So you can see everyone's goals are quite different. Now, my next question, doing a PhD. How do you want to feel? How do you want to feel doing this goal? How do you want to feel as you are achieving this or becoming that person? How do you want to feel doing that? So when you are doing this PhD, when you are building this TV series, getting that Lamborghini, what does that really mean to you? Like, how do you want to feel as a person? Accomplished, confident, empowered. Love that. Yeah, the coaching business, satisfied, secured, freedom, content, good, peaceful, accomplished, confident, secure, freedom. Wow, we've got skilled. I like that one. That's a really nice one. Great. Okay. Excited, confident, proud. Amazing. Okay. So one thing I will just note is often when we think about our goals, we kind of stop at just being like, yeah, this is what I want. But a really key question is, how do you want to feel? Because when we can attach and embrace emotion to this, it makes us so much more likely to be invested in it that we will actually go and do what we can to make it happen. Okay. Now, we are going to visualize these goals. But before we do that, I want to just bring up some of the things that everyone was saying. So when you are visualizing, these are some of the top tips that will really make it more effective, but also more beneficial. So engaging your senses is a key thing. Now, someone in the chat mentioned they couldn't really smell it. That's fair. I'm not gonna lie, what does a lemon really smell like? So we want to start engaging the senses, whether it's taste, touch, smell, whatever that might be, where you can connect to it. So whether it's coffee, whether it's you're outside and you can smell the grass, whatever that could be, because that makes it more real for the brain. Embracing emotion. Now, I just asked you how you want to feel. Now, this is important because this is what connects the mind and body together and makes the wiring in your brain a memory. And that is what's going to drive your motivation and inspiration and make you mentally and physically prepared for this. adding detail. Now, this is the fun part, right? Like, we have all grown up kind of losing our imagination as we get a bit older. And so using your imagination to add those details and see yourself, those activities, where you want to be, who you want to be with, that is super key. So add the details to make it feel as real as possible. But lastly, I want you to have so much fun with it. You know, as kids, we would do this all the time. And sometimes we still visualize today, but we visualize the worst thing that's going to happen. And so we need to consciously change that. So we are actually helping our brain and being more productive with it. Now, what I will mention, 2% of the global population have something called aphantasia. Now, aphantasia is when, if I were to say to you, think of a beach ball, you literally couldn't even think of what a beach ball looks like. And that's why I know one of you said that you couldn't actually see the lemon. That might be the reason why your brain just finds it a bit harder to actually see something. So don't worry, because ironically, the way to overcome aphantasia is to visualize more. But this brings me on to what Kevin had mentioned, which is that what's key for visualizing is the feeling as well. So for people who don't actually necessarily see the actual images and stuff, that's okay. The feeling is the important part. If you can connect your body to the emotion, but also to those ideas and thoughts, that's where the true change in your chemistry and biology really happen. So for those of you who are finding it really hard to actually see those images, focus on those feelings. And when I am guiding it, try and see what you can come up with, even if it's just like, you know, silhouettes or things that have already happened in your life that you have felt that before. And that's one of the techniques to use, is either you use photography or you use things that you've done before in your life that you can remember, that you can step back into that. So for example, if you are trying to do a visualization to be more confident, when is the time in your life you felt confident and you want to go back to that period? Okay, so we are about to, do you mean literally seeing it in your mind or your mind's eye? I can see in my mind's eye, but I can't see vivid images. So essentially you are just using, you know how like if you were to close your eyes and like how you did with the lemon, it is essentially in your mind's eye, but it's in your subconscious. So just use your imagination to build a picture, build that visualization for yourself, build what that goal looks like. So if you are running, you will see yourself, you know, finishing the line or running, and then you can feel that in your body too. But I will guide you through it, so don't worry. And Suzette, yes. So this is a great point. It's a skill, right? This is a skill, just like anything. It's like learning a new language. And so whilst I will introduce you to it today, it does take practice, but it means that you can transform completely how you think, feel, behave, and essentially getting those results that you want. Kevin, you said struggle with good quality visualization at the moment. Okay, well, hopefully this will help you, because the guidance, the music can hopefully help and you will be in a zone. Okay, any other questions before we start, or on the tips or anything like that, or are we ready to go? I'll just wait a couple of seconds, maybe like 10 to 20 seconds. Okay, or if we're all ready to go, just do a thumbs up. Oh, nice, Sarah, you were literally on me. I love that. Great. She knows. Any more thumbs up? We've got one person who's ready. Get a few more and then we'll know we are ready to go. No more? Oh, ready. We've got ready. Okay. Yay. Okay, we've got some thumbs up. Everyone is ready. Okay, fabulous. Let's begin then. So I would love for everyone to find a comfortable position for yourself. So you could be seated, you can lay down, but seated is absolutely fine. And I want you all to close your eyes. Okay. And just start rolling the shoulders for me, moving the neck from side to side. Just release any immediate tension or tightness that is in your mind and body. Often we can be working on our chairs and we forget to actually just release some of that tension. So just relax and remove all of that from the body. Okay. Now together, we're going to take some deep breaths just to calm the nervous system and become present. So gently breathing in through the nose. And exhale through your mouth. Good. Breathing in. And exhale through the mouth. Again, breathing in. And exhale through the mouth. Good. And just keep breathing at a rhythm that works for you. And just tune into your mind, tune into your body, and tune into your heart. Good. And I want you to start thinking about that goal, that project, that desire that you are working on at the moment, or that you want to achieve. I want you to just start thinking about what that is. So for some of you, it was financial freedom, it was property, it was building a company, it was a Lamborghini, whatever that might be. I just want you to start imagining what this goal looks like in your life. When we can see the results in advance, we build roads in our mind that help us get there. So, what does this goal look like in your life? As you have achieved it, you are carrying it out. Let's start building this. So firstly, what can you see around you? Think about your environment. So are you inside? Are you outside? Maybe you're at your desk. Maybe you are speaking on stage. I want you to see where you are, your location. Maybe you're in another country and you can feel the sun on your face. And who is with you? Are you on your own, or are there other people there? And if so, who are they? Are they strangers? Are they clients? Are they family, friends? And what are you wearing? How are you showing up as this person, having achieved this goal? You are literally doing it. You are living it out. You are showing your brain what you want to happen. What are you wearing? What color are your clothes? What does your hair look like? I want you to keep adding these details to make it so real in your mind. And you can even think about what you are drinking or eating. What does it taste like? Maybe it's the taste of coffee or cold drink or something sweet, salty. I want you to taste that in your mouth. And just keep adding these details. Keep seeing the activities you want to be doing, how you walk, how you talk. And now I want you to connect with how you want to feel. Let's get excited about your goal, about who you are, about what you want to achieve. So how do you want to feel as you are making this goal happen? You are literally doing it. How do you want to feel? Is it joy? Is it excitement? Maybe it's drive and motivation. Maybe it is contentment, relaxation. Maybe there is this immense gratitude and just appreciation. And I want you to feel this in your body. Feel this in every cell, every part of you, and add this to your goal. Like, you are making it happen. This is your goal. See those results in advance. Just allow yourself to see where you want to go, see the end of the movie in mind, and show your brain who you want to be. Step into that vision, step into your goal. Feel what that is going to be like. Knowing that you are going to overcome any doubts, any beliefs that stand in the way. Keep going. Let's make this bigger. Feel the emotion of it. Feel the emotion. Keep adding to that visualization. And in this moment, your mind may be saying, but what if, or this might happen, or showing you a different reality. Come back to your goal, your mission, your vision, that thing you want to achieve. And now is the moment you are creating that road in your brain that is showing you who you want to be, where you want to go, and a new belief. So in this moment, let's feel it, let's celebrate it, let's go bigger, go even bigger. Feel yourself, smile, laugh, cry, whatever feels right, but attach to that emotion, enjoy it. See yourself, where you want to be, who you want to be. Even bigger, go bigger. Last few moments, really feel this for yourself. Feel that electricity, that buzz, that warmth in your body. Make this a wiring in your brain. And take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale. Again, breathe in. And exhale. Last breath, breathe in. And exhale. And just take a second to just notice how your mind feels, how your body feels. I want you to feel that new energy, that new motivation that you have for yourself, for your life, and for your goals. And as we're here, just take 1 second now to see yourself taking one bit of action towards this, whether it is an email, a phone call, a gym session, whatever that might be, one bit of action that you are going to take. It can be small, it can be big, it doesn't matter. Just see yourself taking that action. Know that when you open your eyes, today you are going to make that happen so it aligns to your goals and where you want to go. And taking one last deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And just very slowly in your own time, start moving your shoulders again. moving the neck. And very slowly, when you're ready, just gently open the eyes and just adjust to the room a little bit and take a second. Okay. And now, following what Sarah is doing, and don't worry, Sarah, thank you for coming. Have a lovely day. I would love to hear your experiences. Now, remember, this is going to feel different for everyone, and that's totally okay because everyone has a different mind and body. But literally, in those 11 minutes, you have created a new road in your brain. And so if you keep repeating on that road and you keep visualizing it and visualizing it, it becomes a belief that you can do this, that you will do this no matter what. And that is a very powerful mindset to have when it comes to your goals and your dreams. So any more kind of ideas of how you felt, you can do it in words, emojis, whatever. So we've got Maggie saying, brilliant, thank you, that's great, I'm glad you had a good one. There's Eloy, we love that because you also couldn't see the lemon. That is a great bit of feedback. Electrified, felt joy, tears rolled out, exhilarating, lots of emotional release. That was awesome, thanks. Felt excited, calm and confident. Kevin, love that for you. I'm glad you had a positive visualization. That's good to hear. Any more? Did not want to come back. Okay. Well, you know, it's interesting. We think that's not our reality, but ultimately it is, right? You can create that reality. And I know that might seem a bit fluffy, but think of it very literally. You have just changed your brain in that process. You just changed it. So that's a fascinating thing, and it becomes your reality. It becomes your identity. So I love that. No excuses, felt amazing. I love how the music built up. Yes, relaxing. That was so intense for me. A shift had happened. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. There was cosmic shift there. I'm crying. I'm thrilled. My heart is so full. I literally find that every single time I do this plan, which can be overwhelming. So I find that I don't really want to do it anymore. How do I manage this? Yeah. So this is a really good example of how your brain can go everywhere. So with something like this, Suzette, I would be more intentional with your visualizations. So how can you go in with an intention that keeps your brain focused on one thing? So rather than coming up with new ideas, which is creative visualization, we're going to go on more process-driven visualization or outcome visualization, which is different. So Maria, you actually bring in a very important point here. We do visualize intuitively, we do. But for a lot of us, we are visualizing the worst. Like I have a lot of people who are like, you know, going on stage or something and they think, oh, but what if the worst happens? Or what if I go blank? Or, you know, things like that. And so if you can intentionally take these 10 minutes to just visualize for yourself, so much can happen for you, so much. Now, I appreciate everyone's got time and everything. I love meeting people who love doing this as well. And I'm very happy to help anyone else as well. Like this is HelpBnk after all. So I'm very happy to help and send some recordings, the music and things like that. The best way is maybe if you can just put your emails here, then I can send like a big email to basically with everyone with the music, with the recording and things like that. Meaning like a separate like 6-7 minute recording that you can just do on a daily basis. Because that's what really happens, right? It's when you repeat it, that's when the true change happens. So just put in your emails and of course, like connect with me on, I'll also put my is on Instagram and LinkedIn. I'm very happy to help and love meeting people who do this as well. So this is better than I've done it before. We love that. We love that. But yeah, also any other questions or you can stay behind. If anyone wants to come to the stage as well, I don't really know. But yes, it has been such a pleasure meeting you all. And I'm very excited, you know, to stay in touch and to see everyone go for their goals and make it happen because it is like I said, I wouldn't be standing here without it. So keep practicing, keep training the mind. That's where, you know, all the change is really going to happen. And so, yeah, if anyone has any other last questions, please put them in the group and I will stay and, Other than that, oh, we've got some. What if you have multiple goals? Yes. So, in all honesty, every morning when I visualize, I have 14 goals. But that's because I've been practicing for now over 10 years, so I can do that. When you are beginning to visualize and you're just starting the skill, focus on one, maybe two. Your brain doesn't like to multitask too much, and get good at the habit. And then bring as many as you want in, because ultimately, your brain has so many different roads that it can handle it. And because you're each day then repeating it and showing it what you want, absolutely it's fine, but we want to be able to get into the feeling of each of them, so it might be a bit too much, but just at the beginning stick to one or two and then keep building it up. Amazing. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Meg. I get worried when the doubts flood in because I'm essentially manifesting those also and creating. Love it. I love the doubts that come in. Doubts are, we don't want to be scared of them because doubts are good, right? Think about it. We are conditioned to think that. What I would say is that, when you go to the gym and you are doing resistance training and your body gets a little bit like, you really feel it in your body. It's the same thing. Your doubts are testing you, whether it's your ego, whether it's your mind telling you can't do it, let them be. You have to have a stronger vision for your goal and for where you want to go and that you can do this so that the doubts don't speak. Now, think of it literally. You have a road that is your doubt, and then you have a road that is where you want to go. That's all that's happening. You're driving on both of them. Drive more cars on the other one, and the doubts will just slowly, the road will break down. That's what happens. I had a belief that I'd never get well again, or I'd always be sick. That was my doubt. It happened again and again. But slowly, I started riding on a different road. I would drive along. No, I can get better, and I will get better. And it goes. That's just how beliefs work. They're so temporary that you can actually change them. Great question. So that's how I would minimize it. Don't force them away. Just keep driving on a new road. That's what you need to do with repetition. Happy to chat about that as well if you need to. Let me stop this music. Cool. Is there any others, or I think that's all the questions I have.